where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, out in the cold. And I don't mind not knowing where to go. Where do I go? But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. Yeah. I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone to bottom me. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame. But all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain.
Eat your vegetables!
One last drink and I'll be gone. Make it count with the flash on. Never really felt like I belong, so I'll be on my way and I won't be long. I'll be dead by dawn. 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 Scrolling through my texts, she ain't got left in my
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Monday night, 8:30 Central Time. It is the Indoor Farmer episode 152, September 16th, 2024. I don't know why, but my page was disconnected for some reason, even though there was I know it was connected, so I have it connected. And so like the event that I shared people to must have been deleted or something. I'm not sure what happened there. It's in Facebook. But if you guys could help us out, share this live, hit that like button, do all the things I just did myself. I shared it out as much as possible. SteveO and I shared out all we can do. It's gonna be. I have a lot going on tonight. You know, the Indoor Farmer is a show about the average person trying to figure out what we can do to supplement a little bit. You know, that weather is sometimes a big deal, and so not everything can be done indoors. And I don't only grow things indoors. So you're going to see some of that tonight. We're going to get into it. I've got a bunch of pictures. Actually, you know what? I forgot. I have a couple of pictures I have to send. No, it wouldn't be here. It'd be on the computer already. I got to grab a couple of pictures off of here, but it looks like we got a lot of people coming in already. Hit those reactions, guys. Hit them up and share us out, please, if you can. I'm going to pull up some pictures. I actually did a pH test today in the tank, and I just took pictures of it because I feel like that might be easier for us to zoom in. You know what I mean?
Good idea.
Yeah, and you know, I can pull up different specific things that we're looking at. Now, I don't know how good these pictures are. We're gonna see what we can do, but let's see. I think this is the 2. Is it just 2? I thought it was 3. Let me refresh this. So yeah, bring it in, guys. We had an awesome game night last night. Shouts out to Perry for winning 3 weeks in a row.
Nice.
Perry Wood.
And he won the certified prize too.
Yes, yep. He won a couple prizes actually. He was on there from game night, or I mean from the game night ticket on Thursday's People in the Boxes, and he was also on there for winning, and so he was, you know, the champ playing on the screen, and so you know he had extra options there, and so if you guys participate throughout the week, that's all you got to do, and you get, you know, all kinds of things. You don't even really have to stay for the whole show. Just popping in, and you know, like tonight we don't typically do any giveaways, but most of the week we have other things going on and reasons for you just to pop in and hit the like button. And then, you know, if you can't stay, you can't stay, but you get that hash and dash immunity if you're one of my community members over on Locals or on Facebook. The redheaded stepchildren, they still get the perks.
Yeah,
still get the perks, but hey, you know, you don't have that a nice private space like over on the Local. So go check it out if you haven't yet. You can actually join for free. You can actually follow the community for free. You just can't interact with the supporter only posts. So locals.com, you can find Siir SteveO and myself. You got the certifiedarmy.locals.com, and you got the indoorfarmer.locals.com. So bring it in and check it out. Okay, let me pull up some pictures here. I'm going to pull up the Kick chat as well. I'm up to 70 followers on Kick. I hear I only need like 4 or 5 more to get subscribers, which I don't know why I would be worried about subscribers on Kick if I only have 75 followers. But hey, you know, making the milestones is like a little, you know, helps you. Yeah, it helps you through the journey, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I see people coming on X and Rumble and YouTube, even Twitch. I think I saw. No. Oh, yeah. Oh no, that's Margaret's peace sign. It almost looked like the Twitch purple. That's okay. No one cares about Twitch. We're live on Twitch, but it's just another button. All right. I want to shout out to, let's see, I do have a couple people to get a hold of still from game night for, I did message a few people. I want to check my messages to see if I get back to them or they get back to me. And then I also have a few people that won my prize, which now you get some options. Once a month, you can pick a little bit of greenback, a little bit of cash. You can pick that once a month. And you can also pick extra chances to win hats, the Indoor Farmer hats. And shouts out to all the people that bought hats already. I've sold 7 hats so far.
All right.
Not too bad. I just bought some boxes. Oh man, I found this awesome deal. Shouts out to Claire from Drizzle Dab, one of our awesome sponsors. He came in on my live today where I was just hanging out, getting some work done. And actually, most of the live was me doing the game night winners and taking care of that. But he came in and told me about a place called Granger's for boxes, for shipping supplies. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, SteveO. It was, I got these boxes big enough to fit my flat bill hats for $1 a piece with actually, no, less than $1 a piece. They're actually like 50 cents a piece. So it's crazy. It's a hell of a deal. I have to go pick them up, but I actually happen to have one nearby, so I can just go pick them up instead of the shipping would have been double. It would have doubled it, but hey.
Wow. Did you say it's called Granger?
I will make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yes.
Oh, okay. I've heard of
Grangers.com. Yeah. And if you have one close by, you can go and do a pickup, you know.
Nice.
Oh, hey, we've got a fan in the house here.
Yes.
Sexy. Oh,
thanks, babe.
Get him. Just all of a sudden we see a hand come in, like, you know.
Yeah, just from the side.
No. I just mean like to like reach out to touch you a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
The sexy, touch the sexy. All right, so let me get some pictures going. We don't want. I like to goof off, but hey, I got a lot actually today. I'm actually pretty excited about this, SteveO, and I put it in the title. I haven't seen the ladies in a while, so yours have to be pretty beefy right now. They've got to be looking pretty beefy. Oh yeah, I need to grab those new ones and extract the photos. I have 4 photos I took of the pHing.
Nice.
So I got to get those extracted. Got me a picture. There's a picture of Miss Mia in here with her new bling bling. If you didn't see that on Facebook,
yeah.
We've got her a new little bling bling and collar, you know.
Oh yeah, she's styling now.
Oh, not that.
Styling and profiling.
What's that originally from anyway? Let's see.
It was an 80s movie. Can't think of what it was called. That Thing You Do, I think, or something it was called.
That Thing You Do. Did you see that video I posted of the 80s dating, or was it 90s? The dating videos where you send in a dating video, and there's like a compilation of them I posted recently. It was just,
oh my goodness.
It was funny. It was funny. All right, I guess it starts off with Miss Mia. What's up, guys? We got 406 Budcast in the house. Cheers, fellas. I'd like to actually make my way out there, man. We should plan a trip, man. It'd be fun. Get out in the middle of Montana. Kelly, all the single ladies look amazing. Oh, okay. All them single ladies looking amazing. That's right. That's right, yeah. Lady. John Doe, you did win, but actually it was a hamburger, so I told them you wouldn't want it, and they took it back. So they said they were all out of hot dogs. All right. So anyway, this is Miss Mia with her little bling bling. I like it. On the back, it's got my name, phone number, and such.
All right.
Where I live.
New collar too.
Got her a collar. I didn't, I don't know. I just never had a collar because I felt like she'd be hot. But this girl lays in the sun, so.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So. You see the white powder there? That's just sulfur that I had put on. So the sulfur I had put on was, I don't know, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, and now you can physically see the green. Well, not just green, but all of the growth that doesn't have white powder on it is all new. That's all new growth.
Nice.
Because it would have had, like, the part that still has powder on it is the part that like I put it on the whole thing. So if that makes sense, it basically shows it's kind of a sign, and you can see obviously the new. It's vining everywhere. It's vining all through the onions too now, and it's going to take over this pot. But I do still chop the onions, eat these. I throw them in salads and stuff.
So I wasn't here last week. What made you use the sulfur?
Yeah, I didn't really even introduce you, SteveO. SteveO, we got SteveO in the house. Everybody, let's hear us. Let's hear
hey,
hashtag certified in the comments. Let's
How's
hear
it
it.
going?
I want to
Welcome
hear
to
it.
the Indoor Farmer, everybody.
I want to hear hashtag certified in the comments. And if I smell it, even better. What was the question now? You said you haven't been here, so what was the...
Well, I didn't. You must have talked about why you used the sulfur last week.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't get any pest problems. This is
Uh,
that bin of old soil, remember, and I was just making sure I had some kind of other barriers besides just prime superior. And I
okay.
did have I had a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a pest problem. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that, and it looks all good now.
Well, good.
Just
A little more
sulfur everywhere.
proactive on that this time around.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure that I water the plants a little more often as well. You can see how these were store bought, and this would be like the piece that was still there when it was store bought, and then you can see the difference between the pieces that are growing since I got them home. See how they're straight and more green in the tips instead of like shriveled up on the tips like some of those are. Shriveled up tips never look attractive, and I tell you what, I always nip the tips off before I go to eat any. All right, so I got a new light for my fishies, and I think they're happy about it. I thought, well, they're getting light from the grow lights, they can tell, they can see when it's daytime or nighttime because it's much darker at night. But I got them a new light anyway. I didn't take a picture of it. This light's actually not long enough for the whole tank. So what I did was I put these two slats from a couple of bar grow lights that I have that have like the shield that you slide in along the side, that's supposed to be for lighting. I just took a couple of those, put them across the aquarium there, and
There you go.
Yeah.
Voila.
You can actually see it here. There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was like, oh yeah, I took a bigger picture.
There we go.
Yes. So these pepper plants are not looking great. I think I'm gonna trim some of the tops. The tops are where it looks healthiest, but this one on the right definitely looks like it was damaged a lot by mice and such. But I also took a lot of peppers off of it.
Yeah. Does it have a life cycle or anything? I mean,
I don't know. I last time I did this, I think I went for quite a long time, but I believe it went to a point where it stopped producing peppers. But as you see here, we got us a pepper down here.
Yeah, we do.
Finally growing another one back. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll just try to get the pH down because you're about to see that it's still pretty high. I also did some things for that. We're gonna show what I did. I went digging in my worm bin, got me some critters and creepy crawlies, and put them all in the aquaponics system.
All right.
Ayla, what's up? Colin, what's up? I read that green onions are leeks. Oh, okay. Have been bred to not self-propagate, but if you let them mature past the year, they will start to spread. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do, but I keep taking bits off. So that's lettuce, black-seeded Simpson seeds, lettuce seeds. And see that basil tree, man? I gotta chop it down. I gotta chop it back a bit. I gotta chop it back.
Yeah.
So it's probably absorbing most of the nutrients in the system as part of the problem. Readily available nutrients, we'll say. So
Sure,
here's yeah, you would guess just by the size, but the thing about this system is the pH is high because there's a lot of waste from the fish in the system. Now, those pebbles on the top are supposed to be a good place for the microbiology, the microbacteria to colonize and to propagate and to grow more. And then it probably is, but it can only convert the waste so fast. And so it's a balancing act with aquaponics. If your plants are absorbing the readily available stuff too fast, then what's going to happen is the plants will end up competing with the microbes. they will actually compete with whatever is the easiest stuff to uptake, because neither one want to work on the hardest stuff, like the biggest solids and all that. So there is a chance of that. So sometimes you actually have to add fertilizer. My shouts out to my neighbor Rusty. Cheers, brother. He has a bunch of aquariums, and I can't wait. I've been saying for a year that I want to get over there and check out what he's got going on. But he has a bunch of aqua plants, underwater plants, and that is cool because it's a whole different thing. Go ahead, Steve. I gotta do something.
No, that sounds pretty interesting. Growing plants underwater, especially saltwater, is a trick all on its own. I mean, it has to have its own ecosystem and environment and everything, and that is a trick. I'd like to see you get yours full of plants along with your fish that you.
I actually would too now, because I'm seeing that there's actually some different benefits. Those plants do different things for your system. They might actually help with the pH too. So we'll see. Now, what I did do was I went and okay. So here's our whatever's left of these. Some arugula, broccoli. This is broccoli right here. The next one is radishes. This is radish. See how a lot of them are dying. There's not much. There's no nutrients. I haven't given them any nutrients. And that's arugula. Some of them are pretty crazy though. Look at this arugula.
Yeah, right.
It was way up inside the rafters and shit. It's flowering too. Get some seeds out of it maybe, but not probably not good seeds.
I wish I knew more about food. I'm learning a lot.
Well, and that's why I don't want. That's why I kind of just experiment like we're doing, kind of let's see what happens with it.
Right.
I don't expect this to be some kind of crop, you guys. I do pinch off some of it and throw it into my salads, chip it or chop it up, throw it in salads. Here you go. Oh, I need to turn it real quick. There you go. So this is what I grabbed for tonight's dinner. So I cannot grow a full salad yet. I mean, I can. I'm not growing a full salad yet right now. So what I do is I supplement. I throw a bunch of what I am growing into like a store-bought salad. Right. And I've talked about that before, but I think that at least is a step in the right direction, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I think that it tastes better too. The stuff that we grow, we were doing the same thing, except we were growing enough lettuce to make the base for the salad, but we just didn't have cucumbers, tomatoes. We weren't growing any of that yet this year, but we did get enough lettuce though.
There's so many lettuces too, and I like some of them that are like more exotic. That's a nice big piece of onion. Oh yeah, chopped all that up. It was good. Some of the basil, might have little crispy edges, but that's okay. A little bit of light burn.
Sure.
A little bit of light burn, Turn that one too. Nope. Nope. Is that it? No. That. I was like an optical illusion for a second there. It's a chicken salad, Southwest chicken salad. There's some corn, which again, I'm not a huge fan of corn. I like corn, but I don't think it's good for us. So I don't, I'm anti-corn, I guess. But then we got, a little bit of chicken. It's good. It's good.
It looks good. Do you use dressing at all, or just is that some Italian?
Yeah, it was like a Southwest ranch or something like that. It was had a little bit of spice to it. I cut up a peppercini pepper and put in there. I threw a few olives in there too. It was good. Hey, Michelle Paris came away with the win last night as well. So these boards are what I thought were going to be tall enough to reach the rafters, but we're finding out that's not actually the case. So I'm coming up with another idea of how to do this. And it's as you guys see, this is a really weird spot. It's a very weird to be trying to hang panda film or make a wall of some kind. Look at all the stuff I got to deal with. Look at everything, the piping,
Yeah.
the duct work, the shelves back there. It's this is what I've been putting off, you know.
Yeah, getting it framed out is going to be the hardest part, because once you have it framed, then you can just hang the film, but you just got to get it figured out, you know.
Right. And I
What your
actually came up with an
fixes.
idea of how to frame it by using another piece of wood, and I'm gonna pull that out. It's a really big, kind of a what is it like?
1x6 or something.
It's like it's a 2x6, I think. It's a little bit thicker than what I need for sure. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw the 2x6 into the rafters and then screw those boards into the 2x6 on, it's not very long. So I'm going to have to use two pieces for all three boards. But beyond that, though, there's still so many like difficulties here that I'm going to have to deal with. So it's weird. But so you see the rafter that the flag is hanging from.
Yeah.
That rafter is clear all the way down, other than the electrical work, but I could hang it from that rafter. But then I'm losing like a foot, not just a foot, but a foot all the way down and all the way up. Not all the way across and all the way to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a lot of square footage when you're talking about a grow room. So I'm kind of at an impasse,
Yeah. That you need that elbow room, that's for sure.
I mean, let's be honest, people grow more and less. So I could probably do it and it would be much cleaner, a simpler, nice, wall. But then I would also have to have framework all the way down instead of using the wall that's straight back there. So anyway, these are some of the issues I'm dealing with now. So I got me a couple 2x6, scrap pieces, and kind of just looking to see if it would work, and it shouldn't be a problem. Although I should maybe find some thinner wood. It feels like overkill. Look at that. just to hold on.
Yeah.
It's way overkill, but it is scrap wood. It is what it is. What's up, Benjamin? What's up, Sean? What's up, Rochelle, Greg, Brad, Loretta? I see you guys coming through. Chris Trailer, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Stop and say hi. And then here's another thing. What do you think about hanging banners in your grow room? I'm probably going to not do that because I have a bunch of banners. Like, I'm worried about filling up the walls.
I mean, it's going to take away your reflective light, so it's up to you.
Fun.
I see that people do it a lot, but
I know, but that seems like you're right. You're going to be taking up, you're going to be losing a little bit of the point of doing that. So I think I have another place I can hang it all up at. So we'll see. Check the maximum CFM on your ventilation fan. I mean the heat?
no,
Cubic feet per minute. Oh, okay.
How fast it's blowing, yeah, or pulling.
And set that as my maximum grow space size. I don't have a ventilation fan yet, to be honest. Here we go. Oh, this one was
Looks like a beard.
You can't see where the beard ends and the bud begins.
No. Is that at North Adams Hemp when you were there?
No, this is my plant.
Oh, okay.
Right now. This was today.
Nice.
Not bad, huh? For me doing almost nothing to this.
Yeah. Almost not just
I
letting it rip.
I have poured water on her a couple, like on not on the top, but on in the roots area a couple of times. I think I was emptying my dog's water bowl. It was kind of dirty, and dumped that over there. I've dumped a couple, and that's about it. And then I've also looked at her a few times because I'm looking at her and I'm going, man, she seems healthy, like not super bushy, not the biggest plant, right? But man, I don't see any problems with her. It's insane, kind of. I've had problems with every plant I've had outside since I started, even at this point. But I don't see anything. I do see some swollen calyxes, but she gets just a pinch of light over the top of that tarp. Just a pinch. I don't think it's enough to bother her because I'm not seeing any problems. DJ, what's up? Tasha, hello. Checking in. Thanks for popping in, guys. I appreciate you all coming in. Hope your Monday is off to a good start for this week. Get the rest of this month over and kick its butt. So let's go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, shouts out again to my neighbor for giving me this. I am already using it. I've been filling it up with cardboard and food and I was pulling weeds out of the driveway, and my driveway's like overtaken. My driveway's like Jumanji over here. It's just being overtaken by weeds. So I was pulling them up today a little bit and tossing them all in here, getting this thing going. Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks, Tasha. Yeah, it's awesome. So I went back and tried to get some closer up pictures. What do you think of that there, SteveO?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's that same plant we were just looking at. That's not bad for a plant I'm just going to process into some bubble hash,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do with most of ours this time. Is I'm gonna process it into concentrate.
You're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot more than I'm processing. So what are you're gonna keep some to smoke. You're probably gonna turn some into edibles. I'm not processing to edibles, but I think you can with some of the layers of the bubble hash, if I'm not mistaken. Like there's layers that you would want to turn into dabs, and then there's like the layers that you would want to cook with. I mean, I'm not sure the difference, but
depending on which wash it is and stuff. Yeah.
Cullen says looks good, and Michelle says nice. Thank you guys. For me, like literally, I'm still blown away by the fact that I very rarely. I went on. I flicked off a worm twice, or those little skinny caterpillar thingies, bud worms. Flicked one off twice on 2 different spots, and that was it. Okay, I tried to get some close-ups, but they're not very clear. Apologies. That's a good one. It's a good clear close-up. So we're in Illinois. We're mid through September. We've got at least a month, would you say, or no?
Yeah, I'd say around a month. Yes.
Kind of airy. Lisa May says, "Oh yeah, it's going to be narfy as hell. It's just going to be narfy, bud. But it's going to be turned into some great, some bubble hash or whatever."
Yeah.
Wayne Cruz in the house. What's up, Wayne?
What's up, Wayne?
The Wayniac. Check him out on the NOK network. Cheers, everybody. Yummy. Thanks, Tanya. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's even going to be stuff that I smoke because I don't want to trim it. I don't want to cure it. I don't want to do any of it. I'm just going to.
That's right. I'm the same way. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I could get away with a lot of it. See, I have a bowl trimmer that I bought that I've never used. I bought it like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, really?
And I never used it because once I bought it, then I asked people about them, and they said, "Oh, it'll beat your buds up and everything." And since I was going for flour, and beautiful flowers. I didn't want to use it. Well, now I'm going to use it to trim for sure, especially if I'm going to process it, because all of my trimmings and everything will go right down into the bowl, and I can collect it. So
I think it would be cool to see anyway, see how it goes. But Kelly, good luck on inviting friends over to help you trim.
yeah,
Good
right.
luck on that. I think we've all had those fantasies, like, oh yeah, they'll want to take some bud with them, and they'll I'll give them some bud for helping me out trimming. Nope, not well. I mean, I don't want to be too pessimistic. I wish you all the luck. We got CeeLo in the house.
What's up, Silos?
Wayne says he's used his bowl trimmers. He said he loves his bowl trimmer.
Yeah, he uses his every year.
Cheers, my guy. Cheers. We're gonna hit. Well, actually, I don't see the time. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. Do you want to do a dab?
Let's do it.
I've got some more pictures here. Not a whole lot. We're gonna get to that pH strip that I took a picture of, which I think is gonna be nicer. I start doing that. Plus, I don't have to get water out of the fish tank just to test it. And then, so there's a lot of like things that helps. You just test it right there. I kind of beat the fish up a little bit, smacking them around with the fish test, because when you stick that in the water, they're all swarming after it, and you're just like move it around a little bit, smack the fish a little bit. I'm not hurting them, Get them while they're young, Kelly. Oh yeah, well you could maybe force the little ones to help you, but that would be
Yeah, right.
I've got kids who owe me. Oh no, Kelly, don't say that.
Not
Live.
kids. She calls everybody a kid that's not 50.
Okay, touche. Sheena, my newest member of the Indoor Farmer Locals community. Shout out, Sheena. Sheena got a win already last night to help to make up for at least half of what she spent. She bought a whole year for $20, and she won a $10 gift code to thegrowfan.com. Make sure if you go to check it out, guys, go use code WTIF10 or certified 10. Make sure you use one of the codes from some of the hosts, because it really helps out the show in the long run that people are hearing us talk about it. So it is 7:10 on the West Coast. Cheers, everybody. I'm still waiting to heat up a little bit. I'll give it another minute or so. I'll do a little bit of indica. I'm really trying to. I need to wind down. Guys, I truly believe late night adult comedy, entertainment is where this show is supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be on a, no offense to Sunday, but Sunday sort of, Home and Garden Network place. That's not where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be in the, thick of it, into where adults talk and with adult language. So I like being at this time slot. I just get to bed late because I'm all wired after the show. What time do you go to sleep afterwards, SteveO?
Let's see. Usually 10:30. If I'm done, I'll be asleep by midnight.
That's about me too. But one midnight or 1 o'clock, and that's just on the edge of me not liking waking up at 7:30. Hey, I'm at the right heat now. It's 7:11, well 9:11 here in Illinois, but I'm gonna do a little 7:10 dab. Shouts out to my ex followers. I've got just hit 7:10. I think I'm at 7:13 now. I was at 7:10 before, but every time I hit 7:10, I have to do another dab. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. All right, cheers, everybody.
Cheers, buddy. Yeah, right about midnight, you'd say, Kelly? Yeah, I'd say too. Usually about hour and a half after the show's over. I'm a little wired too, though. I know what you mean by being wired after a show. I always think, do I have Bro Fam stuff to do real quick before I go to bed, or do I have this or that? There's always something going on.
Cheers, Lisa. I already have 2 kids coming. Okay, all right, hey.
Yeah,
maybe you can get them the first time.
I think a couple of the girls from her work said that they would come help us.
Well, that's awesome. I do hope it works out because it's always the dream. It's like, hey, just get some friends to help out, you know.
Oh, I know what you're saying. You always think that, you got the crew, you know.
I actually thought about doing the same thing, and I was like, yeah, you trim what you can take home, so you take home what you trim or whatever.
Oh,
And then I was like, wait a minute, people would just say, all right, that's done trimmed, you know, even though it's not trimmed at all, and just walk out with a couple branches. There you go. Anyway, so here's a potato I bought a while back, and I'm just letting it grow some sprouts, some eyes. The eyes are more than eyes now, right? It never makes eye. It didn't really make eyes. It just like started sprouting, right? And then to the right are a bunch of peach pits from different peaches that I've eaten. I'd like to see I know that's not how you make a peach pit sprout, but they're just sitting there doing their thing, drying up.
peach pits. I wish that you could grow any fruit you wanted to in any climate because my backyard would be full of fruit trees.
That's why I feel like long term, an indoor fruit orchard of trees might be the best way to go.
Yeah.
Like a greenhouse would work for a lot of veggies and stuff. But I would love to have like where there are square spaces cut every, spaced out where it's the ground is exposed and you have trees actually growing inside.
Right.
Not in the house, but in a building of some kind.
Well, this is all really good knowledge, all this learning. Because, like, I really like dystopian movies. And in every movie, it seems, where there's like the end of the world dystopia type thing, the farmer is always king. The guy that can grow the food is like the number one guy, and you've always said that, Waylon.
Well, I try not to get too political, but to be honest, you still got to be able to defend yourself.
True that,
Because
but
you could have somebody exploit that knowledge and be like, okay, now you're growing for me, now you're doing it for me. Because someone recently brought that up and it was like, I'm trying to learn knowledge that I can just go anywhere and I can be valuable. But you can also be manipulated or forced in that sense. So not, like I said, not to get too, sci-fi or anything up here. Cullen says, are you letting the potatoes callus after cutting it? I didn't really cut them before placing it in soil. You can cut and chit it now. Chit. So I should cut them into pieces and just let them dry a little bit, Colin? Is that what you're saying? The top would have to be all skylight. Yeah, I don't disagree, Lisa May. I'd love to have like tons of skylights, supplemental lighting as well inside, I want a greenhouse on the ground. Yeah, I like the idea as well. But I think you could kind of do a combination, right? I imagine like ground cover around the trees, almost like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but with plants growing everywhere, like a rainforest cafe meets Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and then you got Maccabee's Live Market. That's a long-term plan. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Chip means to grow the potato eyes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing the eyes. I just see them growing green, which I think is all I need to make them grow. I'm not sure. So this part right here is one of the problems, SteveO.
all right.
This white wall is actually like a really thin piece of plywood. I don't know if I can tack it back here and make this solid because if you can see right where my mouse is, there's a second piece of wood in between the back, and there's actually a good few inches between this bottom half and that big solid. That's actually the rafter back there. So there's like 6 inches or so I can't just tack it to that. And that piece of wood, that little thin piece of wood, is actually really flimsy too. So none of that is very solid. And this was my plan, was to make cut a door hole in this piece of plywood and make this my entrance into the grill room. I still plan to do that, but I'm going to have to find a way to shore this up a little bit and make it more solid.
Yeah, that seems like it.
Yeah, it's going to be annoying. So these are the things I'm trying to deal with currently.
Oh, it's all good plans.
I'm going to take the grow light down and I'm going to put Panda film on the ceiling. And I bought these white hooks that screw in, and I'm going to screw those in inside of the room, if you will, on the inside of the Panda film. And that's going to be where I hang the grow light. I don't think it's going to be that light. It's going to be a different light. I'm also thinking about another decision here. The grow tent that you guys see in the background, it's not a very good grow tent. It's got holes in it and stuff. What I'm going to use it for is veg. And I was going to have it as part of the room and seal the room up to the tent, which I don't know how, just some tape, I guess. But now I'm thinking I could turn the tent around, all the way around, and have the opening over in the room where my microgreen trays are and stuff. And that's where I could veg my cannabis away from the flower room altogether. But then I was thinking about dragging a fully veg plant or picking it up and carrying it all the way around the basement just to get into the grow room to flower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got some issues here. I don't know that Panda film would not stick to the tent with some tape, but that also would be very temporary. I'd have to do something more than
just tape.
Yeah. Get 5-gallon bucket dollies. Ooh, that's a good call, Sean.
Yeah, or those dollies for trash cans that you can roll trash cans around.
4 foot deep, 6 foot above ground. Oh, for your your greenhouse, Ohio. Yeah, digging under the ground for greenhouse too makes it a better all year long way to grow.
Okay.
If you cut them, okay, Colin says if you cut them and let them callus before putting them into the soil, it will help to not rot the other tubers. Maybe that's what happened with my other potatoes before.
You know, that is a good possibility then.
Remember how I had like a whole bunch of them growing and they were looking green and everything, and I went to dig underneath and there was nothing. Okay, there's a few more here. This is a still picture of the opposite side, the opposite angle of what I'm trying to attach Panda film to. So there's a whole shelf unit here that I'm going to have to take stuff off of and it's just going to be sealed closed. So that shelf is not useful anymore because it's kind of in the way. Unless I put Panda film around it and and cut it open and use them for some reason. I don't know that I need to. I'm not too worried about that. I'm still worried about all the piping and stuff that I have to figure out. So if I go to this rafter where the flag is, I can bypass most of that. I would just have to cut out for the big square vent. And then get to there's a post over there, like a wooden post coming down to the ground on the other side of the flag right here.
Yeah.
So anyway, issues. Here's a top view of that board. See that thin board there? That's not something I can count on. I can almost pull it off with my hand. I probably could have. I just kind of wiggled it. So I need to figure something else out. And if you look at what it's attached to, that's not the biggest solid piece of wood either for me to try and put something else to. So this is not really a room. It was kind of like a makeshift
area.
Yeah. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I tear the wall down altogether, put the door in the Panda film, which that would put weight on the Panda film though. Now this wall would still be more support than not, So I think I'll do that. And if you look at the very top, this rafter here, if I can find a way to attach a board at an angle, to sort of push that bow in and flat, get it all more flat. I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. I did do a little construction in high school, wood shop.
Wood shop.
Wood shop, yeah, man. I did
The
wedding.
wood shop. Yeah,
I,
did you?
the old wood shop, I had the old 8 fingers, 8 fingers Tom as our
Yeah, Mr.
our
Woodcock.
yeah. I did do 4 years of wood shop. The last year we did it was called construction 3-4.
Yeah.
Cardboard and duct tape, you think? Well, I could do some different cardboard type of things. That's a good idea. Cardboard's good too because it helps absorb any moisture in the air. So here I'm digging out roly-polies and digging out some worms.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I got a little closer video as well here. Because roly-polies don't do it like they basically do a similar job as the worms. And they're not maybe not as helpful in some other ways as far as their castings. But I did get some worms. I got a bunch of baby worms actually in a tomato that I buried. They were all in the tomato, and I pulled them all out, and then I bit the tomato. No, I actually I didn't do that.
And a tomato worm.
I just ate the rest of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Snarf, snarf, snarf.
And the fish were insects.
Yeah, I just said microbes, and I just ate it.
Microbes. Oh, shit.
I better empty this. Take this out before it gets too stuck in here. I know, that's what she said. Hashtag microbes in the chat if you all are paying attention. So this is my worm bin. What's up? I actually found more worms than I thought as I dug through here. I actually kept expecting it to be this like big ball of worms, like look like a brain moving around. But never. But I was taking out some of the castings too often, which also takes out worm eggs, which I didn't realize. There's a ton of roly-polies, as you see.
Oh yeah.
I just had to flip over these cocoa core patties and boom. There they are. I killed a baby roly-poly in the process by accident. I was trying to flick him off my hand and he died. Death by finger point. This guy here, I think. Oh, there he goes. You see this his whole body streaked across the spoon. You can see the horror, the calamity. It was me versus the baby roly-poly. I'm sorry, guys. Now there'll be a Disney movie out with roly-poly speak, and they like have a whole like family, and they go to like work and stuff, roly-poly work, and oh, here we go. Ooh, look at that tomato. Doesn't that look just scrumptious?
Oh, for sure.
It's a garden fresh tomato right there. The worms are loving it.
Straight out of the. Oh.
Yeah, that's from Mama Maccabee. Or her name's not Maccabee, but my mom's garden. Will Rose, Timothy Martin, Crystal Speedway. What's up?
What's going on?
Mama Rochi in the house. Oh yeah, look at these worms. They tasted great, you guys. I just want to tell you all that now. Fuck it, duck it. Okay. Duct tape. Nah. I said cardboard because Cullen says he said cardboard because he imagines just needs something to tape the panda film to. You want to take caution, just okay. Just use recycled cardboard. Okay. Yeah, I mean I'm actually thinking that cardboard's a good idea. I'm gonna use double-sided look at that, I flicked it off and I tried to get another one. I missed with that too.
Well, you got that big ass spoon.
I know. I'm playing with like carrot top tools over here. Some of these had a bunch in there. I just put them all in the clay pebbles in the aquaponics system. And the worms, baby worms, mama worms. I might get some worms from outside, bro. That pile of compost that I've been working on for a while, trying to like build up my yard.
Yeah. You get
Every
worms?
time I dig a hole in there to put anything in it, I'm seeing the biggest, fattest looking earthworms. Just huge by
Yeah.
any standards.
Grab some of those and bring them in and get them to start mating.
Good call, yeah. And I think they're good. Red jumping worms are a little smaller than giant earthworms. Just making everybody get the creepy crawlies.
Yeah, a little bit. I was about to say, I can't believe it. You fucking sit there and pick them little bugs off. I would feel like they're all over me.
They're roly polies though. Like I have this whole like new feeling about bugs, and the bugs that bother me are the ones that don't seem to have a benefit to them. Even spiders, like I don't want to touch spiders, but they don't bother me as much because I know if I see a spider web around my aquaponic system, it's having a good old time, eating some gnats, having some lunch, you know.
I'd go the rest of my life without seeing another earwig. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. That time I pulled one out of my eyeball, and I'm just kidding.
yeah.
I'm just trying to creep you up. We're getting close. We're getting close to the Halloween season. Got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, right.
Joe says worm eggs look like pot beans. They are. They're like little yellow balls. Yeah, little yellow like spheres. I don't really know what I'm not able to find them per se, but I'm trying to just let them build up in here more before I take any compost out. Roly polies are beneficial. Yes, Margaret, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, look, if I don't get worms propagating, I'm happy that roly polies are propagating.
Right.
Ooh, that worm slithered into the pile of eggshells and worm castings. I got it out anyway. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, we added some biodiversity to the aquaponic system today.
But you don't add meat to anything like this, right? Only vegetables and stuff, right? Mostly.
I don't what? I'm sorry.
You don't add meat.
Oh, into this bin.
Meat,
Yes. No.
scrap.
Well, eggshells are the
Right.
only thing that you might, think
Okay.
of meat because there's probably still some egg in the shell, you know.
But no bones off of your steak or anything like that.
No.
Chicken
No.
bones. None of that.
No, but now that I have that bin, I'm gonna experiment with it. I don't want to put like a lot of meat in there, but like some stuff I'm gonna put out there, like shrimp tails and stuff, and just you rotate it, and it's closed. And local animal like small animals aren't gonna get into it.
That looks like some good dirt there.
I got some good, but you see, there's a lot of food in there still. So what I need is a way to filter it out. Needs to make a filter over here.
Is there holes in the container for it to breathe or anything?
No.
Okay, I don't know if it needs it or not, but
No, I just don't add a lot of water all the time. I make sure that there's some moisture in there. A lot of the food that I add, like a big juicy tomato, is going to have a lot of water. Stuff like that will help with keep their moisture levels in there. There you go. There's my harvest. There's my harvest. Oh, this should have been the background picture for the episode. All right, everybody. How many of these do you think I could eat? All right, I'm done trying to creep everybody out. I'm done. Sorry. I did put them right in there though, with some of all the goodies.
Yep, why not?
Dried chicken bones make some great bone meal. Yeah. So you like grind it up. Colin says dump it in your compost maker and put a green screen around it, around the door. Right. With the door open and a tray under the catch to catch your clean compost. Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the issue though. My indoor worm bin, it probably needs to stay separate from my outdoor compost bin, you know, because I don't want to cross contaminate anything. I'm not 100% sure though. It could actually be beneficial to bring that outdoor compost inside. Look at that. The worms are finding their way home. They all disappeared actually by the time a little bit after this video, but all the roly polies took off pretty quick too.
Oh,
They're all hiding somewhere. See some gnats, a few gnat problems, a few gnats in this system. But I do want to just tear it all down and start a new one, or at least move to the next one.
Big job, though.
This guy's like, hey, you got a doobie?
Hey, there's an open cave here.
Hey, I got to find me a nice spot. Hey,
No,
hey.
that one's too close to the beach.
Sheila, where are you? Did you make the trip?
Don't want them fucking hippies on my lawn.
All right, that was actually the last one besides the couple of pics of the pH strip. Okay, let me pull that up. Hope everybody's having a good day, and it's going to be a good week. Tomorrow is going to be a good one. I don't know if you saw some of my pictures, SteveO, of the double rainbow and such over the weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
That was all over at North Adams Hemp at the event this weekend. So I'm going to be showing some of that off tomorrow.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so we're going to use the test strip. Fish like, oh, is this food? Is it food? Food?
Yeah, right. Food.
Boom, 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 just bumping into it. All right, so this is sort of the bottom half. The pH is kind of cut off, so looking at the bottom. The alkalinity looks fine now. We're looking good on that. It's kind of in the middle. I don't want 0, you know. Sodium chloride is at 0, which is good. Or maybe that's actually maybe a little lighter than 0, somewhere in the good range. Fluoride is looking kind of high, or no, 0. Sorry. Zinc, need more zinc. Sulfate is pretty much non-existent. Nitrates are like way overboard. Like they're a color that don't even show up on this strip.
Now that's due to the poo, right?
I mean, I have to assume it's just that it's so oversaturated with nitrites and nitrates, which is not always a good thing.
I thought that's fish poo.
Nitrites and nitrates are plant food, but it comes from the breaking down of the waste products. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but it's not the only thing that fish eat. That's the problem, is that aquaponics does really well at getting a ton of nitrites and nitrates, but it doesn't, there's a lot of other things that is missing here, like trace minerals for one. Like magnesium is pretty much 0. Mercury is 0, which is good. Chlorine 0, or chlorine's not 0, but it's not bad. Copper is 0. Copper's really low, but it needs to get higher. Lead is good. Iron is 0, which we need more iron. A little bit hard water. Okay, so then pH. pH looks like an 8 to me. And I put some pH down in a few times this week, and I put some in today after this test. So definitely having trouble with that. Now, the worms. If I can get the worms to start making babies in the system and just fill this system, maybe it doesn't have to be so much, but if I could get more worms in the system, that should help with pH. Worm castings, worm tea, and worms themselves, because they make those things, will actually help to regulate pH. So that's my plan. I've been meaning to do this, get more worms in the system. I'm going to do that a couple more times, go and get like a little bowl full of creepy crawlies a couple more times, get it in there. Get it in there like swimwear. Eat a couple, one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you. That's how it'll be, one for the aquaponics system, one. Okay. Hey, what's up, Scroy? Why do you got the compost maker outside again? I mean, I guess I could wash it and try to bring it inside, but I don't see putting worms in that thing and then spinning it. I guess you could do that. Anyway, I have it outside because I want to make compost outside too. I actually plan not just to help fill in my yard, but I plan to make some raised beds outside. That's the idea. But before we move on to that next segment, guys, let me know in the comments what you thought. Make sure you ask questions or send in any comments you had of what you saw on this week's update on the what I have going on. As you see, we have a live video on the screen here of my little setup over there. I guess I'll put that back now. But yeah, let's move on to that next segment. Hit that like button, share us out. Make sure you get a hashtag certified, hashtag WTIF in the comments. Let's go.
What's up, party people? Indoor Farmer number 152. So, got an update on the plants 2 weeks ago. Is the last time you saw them, so I'm going to get it playing because this one's a longer one. I may have to skip ahead a little, but as you can tell, what'd you say, bud?
They look nice.
Thanks, man. Yeah, they're budding up real well. You can definitely tell that, but the fact that I'm getting down into the 40s at night is really starting to worry me.
Oh, I know it's getting cold, but it sounds like a little colder up there.
It's been getting colder. It hasn't been as cold the last few days, but over the last 2-3 weeks, we've been getting very cold at night. We were down to 42 at least 3 nights in a row at one point, and that's where a lot of this yellowing started showing up. Starting to get some purple in the buds, though, which is nice, from the cooler temperatures. But
nice.
You can smell them as soon as you open up that door. In fact, there's a bathroom on the downstairs floor. And if you open up the bathroom window, you can smell the plants from inside the house. So,
like a wonderful fragrance coming through, a nice fall. I wanted to say like a spring, scent, but I don't know. I'm not sure why I want to attribute it to spring.
Yeah,
the plants are going to die soon, but we think of it as it's wonderful. It's best time. It's best life right now.
That's true, right? It's trying to live right now and pass on its genetics if possible.
Right.
It's trying to do what it can do right now. Yeah. So I suppose it's more it's in its own winter season of its own life, really. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, babe, we got beautiful buds out there. Hell yeah. Kelly's been helping out as well. We take turns watering it a lot of the time.
Nice.
Doing things like that. I do all the pruning and all the taking care of it in that sense. But we're definitely, it's teamwork. We're getting really excited. My guess is dry weight. I'm gonna, out of these 4 plants, I'll probably have about a half a pound. That's it.
What?
I don't think that it's gonna be more
Trying
than
to undershoot. You don't want to be too. You don't want to get your hopes up too much. Okay.
yeah. I don't want to go too much and then be like, yeah, I'm gonna get a pound and a half, and then don't, But
I want to say at least a pound. I mean,
on these 4,
yeah.
yeah, maybe more.
Got a
because
long ways to go. Yeah.
the one plant might give me a half pound itself.
The one right next to you, not the one you're dealing with, but the next one or the one after that.
On the far left.
Oh, okay. We can't fully see that one.
That one's got the biggest buds by
Well,
far.
I like big buds, and I cannot lie. Those other guys, they cannot deny.
That's right.
There's a song there somewhere, I feel.
Yeah, right. There it is. Yeah, Kelly helps me take care of them, and yeah, the only thing is most all of the leaves now are yellow of some sort. And, I wanted it to have some solar panels for the next couple weeks, but, it's really just producing buds right now. It's going to get all of the nutrients in the water is really the only thing because, it does have sugar leaves and stuff like that. So those will actually help build the buds, but the fan leaves are all pretty much toast,
Brad says 2 pounds. All right, Brad.
Okay.
We'll have to have a sidebar on that, Brad.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna have to make it more like 1.1.5. I mean, it's gonna be 1.5 pounds, man. 1.5 pounds.
All right, dry. I'm talking
Yeah,
dry.
that's my final answer, Brad. Brad says 2 pounds, 1.5 pounds. Where I'm gonna stick at. We'll write it down.
Man, I couldn't even. I don't even want to trim 2 pounds. I'm not going to anyway. I'm going to process a lot of it, but then I got to find out how to get it pressed because they don't have any loaner presses around me. I'll just have to hit up a buddy, make a visit to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, or who knows? Maybe you can find a press for not too much. Might not be a lot. Like you could do small amounts. So I wrote it down here, Brad. I got the date and everything. Brad says 2 pounds. I say 1.5 pounds on the certified grow. So and SteveO, give me realistic. Let's be don't overshoot, but don't undershoot. What are you thinking?
I'd
say half a pound, but I don't.
I'm gonna say a pound. That's about it. I think a pound dry weight.
SteveO says a pound.
But just about everything is going to be completely good and usable as far as flower goes because every bud, since I lollipopped it, every bud is big. These are all big, chunky, stacked up buds. There's no little larfy ones at the bottom or anything like that. Every time they start to grow, I just pinch them off. So that's a plus. That's going to help.
Brad says 2 pounds all day if there isn't a bunch of rot. Well, I doubt there's going to be any rot. Elisa says 1.2. Okay, I got you down, Elisa.
Right on. 1.2.
Colin, did you know most grow zones changed last year. Oh, really? Mine went from something like 6B to 7A.
Oh, really?
Huh.
I've often wondered what grow zone I'm in. I can look
Yeah.
that up, I'm sure.
It means things. I just don't pay attention to that either. Who
Yeah.
doesn't love a chunky butt? Oh, you're right. Singing my tune. Cheers. I got me some lemon in my water. Good stuff.
I'm in 5A and 5B, it says, in Northern Illinois. Central Illinois, where you're at, is 5A to 6A.
Okay.
So somewhere,
Okay.
yeah. So we could be in the same grow zone if we're both 5A.
Okay, Kim. Kim, I'm putting you in the 2 pounds spot here.
2 pounds, you think?
I'm gonna have this whole pool of people guessing on how much you got. How much you got there?
Kelly says that we make a bet if we get to 2 pounds, we do a crazy show. Anything goes.
What? Whoa! I will rent the donkey, and we'll get the
Yeah, the orangutan.
make sure there's a couple tubs of petroleum jelly and some whipped cream. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna blast someone out of a cannon using the petroleum jelly.
There we go.
Jeremy says 1.75. Okay, Jeremy, I got you. I see you.
Oh, everybody's got a lot of faith in that.
It looks good. I don't see any. I mean, the leaves are a bit yellow, but there's a lot of green still. That's going to be absorbing sunlight.
Oh, that's all bud. Everything green is bud. Everything else is yellow.
Yeah, but isn't that that's going to absorb some, right?
Yes.
In the buds.
Well, I got sugar leaves that are green as shit that are covered in sugar too, so that's nice. I'd like to go out there at night and take a couple pictures with the flash and see how nice and frosty they are.
Yeah, I tried to get as close as I could with my phone. I also thought about what if I this terrible idea. What if I just chopped off one of the buds, like on the bottom or somewhere even on the top, and put it under the microscope? But then, like, that bud's useless after that. So,
Man,
I'm not gonna worry about it. Looks good now. Brad says looks amazing. They're feeding inside out right now. They're feeding inside out. Yeah, but you're giving them, the proper flower nutrients, right?
oh yeah, they're getting food. Yeah.
At least wants to know what strain you're growing.
Let's see. I got candy bar cookies from Grow Fam Heirloom, and I also have purple cookie dough, the Purple Hairs exclusive from Grow Fam, from the homestead.
Right, Cullen. I kind of figured we should have. Maybe we should have brought it up. Cullen was bringing up the what's it called, the grow zone, because it does change where your season ends. Now, personally, it feels kind of warm for this month, doesn't it? During the day, although we've had a couple of cold snaps at night, but I feel like we might have a little bit longer grow season this year.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking, and I would be so happy to finish these up and it not be 40 during the day with rain and wind and all that horse shit, because that's what happens every year. Because maybe though these plants might finish up early, but if they go to the end of October like I expect, always those last 2 weeks are son of a bitch.
Yeah. And like my plant, for instance, was not in the ground until I was mowing a bunch of plants over, and I finally let one grow. So it wasn't even the whole season. It's sort of been, I guess, the root system maybe was, but
Well, These were outside on June 2nd. I had them
Yeah.
out. I popped them inside in May. Or I'm sorry, no. When did I pop them? I had them inside for how long? I can't even remember how long I had them inside.
Yeah, at least I know we've had a couple frosty mornings for sure, but I mean, it's still getting pretty hot throughout the day.
Yeah, I guess
Outdoor. Sorry.
yeah. I had some dead ones on there, that the crispy dead ones,
The
but
bud or the leaves?
leaves. Yeah, that's mostly what I'm pulling off. But then the bigger yellow ones, they had to go to. Got to let it have the sunlight. There's no sense in having it blocking it when all it's already sucked all the nutrients out of the leaf. But yeah, I mean, you'll be able to tell once we get to the closer ones how much I was actually able to take off. Yeah, you can see there as I'm spinning it, it's going to get quite a bit of good airflow. And those are some thick branches too. I'm not worried about the wind taking off with those at this point, but 45, 50 mile an hour winds, man, it's gonna snap some shit no matter what. So
Do you
hopefully,
think the weight of those are gonna bend any branches? Or are you gonna have to tie any of that up or no?
yeah, I'm gonna have to for sure. The one on the very far left is gonna have to get tied up because the weight of it, once it would get wet, it would literally want to sag if nothing else, and then you get a good wind on it. And there it goes.
I'm always afraid to train them outside or tie them up because the wind is supposed to make them strong, but then those buds really get heavy quick, man. So it's an interesting, because look at how strong they are now. They look like they can hold up the weight, but then, like you said, when they get soaked with water, they're going to get a lot heavier.
Yeah. I saw a technique in a video one time where a guy takes a rope like a lasso around the plant, brings it from the bottom to the middle, and just pulls it tight and brings all the branches in like you'd fold up a Christmas tree. And that's the way he would protect his during a storm. Now that's a pretty smart idea. Yeah, just cinch
you were going to say to like hold the branches up all the time, but
to hold them into the plant. It'll pull them in. It'll fold it up like a Christmas tree would be folded up.
Oh, snap.
Until you would, pull the ripcord,
Look at this. Oh, snap. Literally. Tucker Jason, I guess Lisa May says, posted a picture of his plant getting ripped apart by the wind.
Oh, no.
Was it in a pot or plant in the ground? I want to know. My plant looks kind of like a Charlie Brown tree per se, but I think, what do you think I'll get out of mine? You think I'll get half a pound?
Nah.
I'll get something out of it. I think I'll get close to half a pound.
Maybe I underestimate. Maybe that's my whole gig, I guess.
Yeah, the dry weight is different for sure, and we're not going to really get to the dry weight because you're going to some of it you will, but the processing happens right after you cut it. Or the best way to process it into bubble hash is to do a what they call live rosin, which would be you cut it. Yeah, cut it while it's still got all of its water in there, and you freeze it immediately. And then once you froze it for a couple of days or a day or whatever, then you turn it into bubble hash. That's the idea. Like I'm not there yet. I actually ordered what I needed the other day. I ordered my last bag. Shouts out to Joe Kelly for helping me out.
Well, shout out to Waylon for giving me those links. because I need them all. I don't have any processing equipment at all.
I only purchased one thing on. Oh no, two things online. I'll show you those two things. They're both things that I couldn't get inside the kit. But actually, for you, you might find a better kit. The kit I bought had 4 bags, and I was seeing kits online that had 8 bags, which included the one I purchased extra, and
Okay.
probably for cheaper. So you could probably get a much better one. Yeah, on Amazon is where I found them. The other one that you want to buy is one that zips closed, and it's like a triangular, almost like a pyramid shape bag, and it's like it zips closed, and it has some string around it that will tie through the zipper that keeps it closed. Because when it's being beat up inside of the wash machine, then it opens up, it unzips a little bit. Anyway, I see you, John. No, sorry, bro, you didn't win this time. You say just under a QP, Colin? Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Kim says a quarter. Sean says a quarter. You guys, quarter ounce. Is that what you guys are saying? Those buds aren't all the way big yet. Even Stevo's are way bigger buds already, but they're going to get bigger. I don't know how much more they would stretch from here on out, but I think they're going to get bigger. Especially those lower buds. The colas, like, I don't see how they get much bigger, but they're already, I could see them so big that you have to tie them up all the way up. Got a lot of, you still have a kind of a top, even though you've topped it a bunch, but like that one you're playing with there has what, 3 tops on it, maybe 4 tops.
I topped that plant 4 times, I'd say. Yeah, I think every one of those got 4
Nice.
times I pinched it. Yeah, but see, now you can start to see how I defoliated. I mean, and getting rid of a good bunch of this stuff here. Now, I like to do my defoliating first. I'm listening to the radio, as a matter of fact. I think if I turn on, no, you can't. You can almost hear the radio, but I have an Alexa out in the garage. So anyway, yeah, I just sit there and I just kind of meditate and just start doing my thing. It's not hot out right now, so the yard was just mowed. So it was just kind of nice just sitting there relaxing and just pinching away. Of course you're sitting there like, oh man, I'm never going to get this done. You start to think, but it's relaxing. I like to do this on Mondays to get ready for the show. I do my my videotaping on Monday usually. Sometimes Sunday if I have people around on Sunday. I usually don't, but
Michael Black, I'm looking at yours right now. They're looking pretty fire too, man. Some indoor nug. Some huge colas.
That chair's a little
those plants look as nice as what like an indoor plant looks like. Because outdoor plants to me typically look dark and I don't know. There's something different about it. You get more yield out of it, of course, but yours look almost like that nice indoor type color to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, most of my experience is indoor growing, so maybe I'm influencing it somehow.
You're putting your TLC in there, and it's changing it up a bit. Yeah, no, I mean, just because I'm looking at Michael's plants, and it just reminded me, like, yeah, you can tell that's indoor. Looking at those nugs, they look nice and frosty and stuff. And yours are going to look the same. They're going to look lighter because you can tell from the leaves already. Mm-hmm. But the perp too, though, that cold weather is going to make them look darker, though, for sure.
Yeah, I've got a close up of the buds as well. Once I get done with it here, let me see what we got here. Yep. Now this one here, this one has the biggest buds by far. They're double the size of the other ones. They're not quite as stacked and as tall, but they're short fatties like, you would expect out of an indica, you know.
Well, that main cola is pretty huge.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, and you can see all those tops. Look, at least you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tops, 5 tops, I think, maybe.
When it's so open that all those lower buds might as well be tops. I mean,
Yeah, they are. They're big as hell.
they're
Because
not.
I would have taken them off when I lollipopped otherwise.
Mhm. Well, they're not restricted at all. I mean, they're getting probably a majority of sunlight. The one next to you though looks bigger, but maybe that's just because of multiple in the shot. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's got way more on the plant. That's for sure. It'll yield more. The one on the right, but this one's.
You're thinking biggest bud will be this one.
Oh yeah. This one's got it made in the shade for sure. Yeah, that top cola is as big as my freaking bicep, and I don't have very big biceps, but big enough.
Yeah, them nugs look bony.
Yeah, right.
Like they're bigger than my bones. That sounds like backwards though. Bony would sound skinny. So maybe you'd say like the nugs look meaty.
But they were plucking right off of the plants. That was nice. I wasn't, that's why I don't usually use scissors, because I just get hand fatigue out of it. I just pop them off.
Papa mama.
Yeah, because you can do damage with scissors if you're not careful. You
Yeah.
cut off the wrong shit, man. Before you're like, oh shit, cut that off. But I got my fingers right on what I want to come off on these. You just
Two
got
hands is better too, man. I try to do it with one hand sometimes, and you mess it up.
Yeah,
Rip the leaf down all the way down the branch and rip off a bud by accident.
yeah, it happens. It does happen. Yeah, you can really see that this one's going to get some air now. She's going to be cleaned up real nice. I almost feel like I'm stressing her out too much by taking so much off, but it's all yellow shit. So I feel like I'm doing her a favor. But a lot of it's that the brown stuff that dried up too, that I hadn't gotten to last week because of my anniversary was last week. That was a lot of fun. Hey, thanks for the post and everything on that too, by the way, showing our wedding day and then our Christmas picture from this past year. That was kind of cool.
A little contrast there, yeah.
Yeah. Kelly's like, on our wedding day, our eyes are open, and on that picture, our eyes were like pie eyes.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Ty agrees. He said defoliation is best. I think your number of like sugar leaves, and some of those aren't sugar leaves; they're just being engulfed by the bud anyway. I think you got plenty of green that's going to absorb.
Right.
What's up, Ty? What's up, Timothy? Yeah, I was helping Joe trim. Lisa was helping Joe trim.
Yeah.
He was like, "What happened to my plants? I was giving me a haircut." Oh snap!
Oh shit. All right. Yep. Looks like I'm just about got it there. Looking at all my handiwork and everything.
Should try to take a still picture next time.
Yeah.
We could zoom in.
Well, Kelly just went outside and took a bunch of pictures and sent them to me, but they're not close up, so they're just there's nothing that we want to see.
Well, no, I mean you could see all the plants more side by side instead of.
Yeah. There we go.
And you could still
Sorry. I removed you instead by accident. There we go.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Just for a split second. But yeah, there we go. So here's a nice little close up. See, now you can see, it's still got quite a bit of the yellow left.
Mm. This is
But
after that video, so this is in order.
This is after, yeah.
Wow, there's still a lot of leaves left. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm also gonna let it finish pulling all that out, because they'll just dry up, and then I don't have to peel them off. But yeah, you can see now it looks a lot different from the eagle eyes view, But yeah, this is that one on the left. These are the bigger buds, and then that's the one next to it.
Ty says magnesium deficiency.
You know what?
I don't know. CalMag needs more CalMag.
That's quite possible.
Chicken butt. You know why? Shit in your eye.
Chicken high. Oh.
Chicken eye. You know where? Pure care.
Chicken. I don't care.
You know where? I don't care.
In the hair.
This one's it's getting a lot of purple in it. The buds all look really good.
Oh yeah, but you do have a while to go, so I guess maybe that would be a good idea. Get it some. It's not going to get much greener because it's on its way, but
green days are over.
You might still be able to make sure it doesn't zap. The plant doesn't suck too much out of itself. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like Pizza the Hut was found, he died from eating himself or whatever. That's a Spaceballs joke. I don't know if you know about Spaceballs.
Oh, I know that movie. I haven't seen it in 20 years, but I used to watch it over and over and over again on VHS when I was young.
Well, Pizza the Hut was locked in his car or stuck somewhere, and he ended up eating himself to survive and died because of it.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
I heard they were going to make a sequel, but just single gnat wanting to combat me.
Well, I suppose I could add some more CalMag to it. I only give it CalMag once a week, so maybe since it's in flower and it's drinking so much, maybe I should give it more CalMag. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's not going to hurt anything if I do.
I don't have to with my plant because it's in the ground. I'm just like, nope, you get to do whatever you can.
Yeah,
do what you got to do to survive. Plant is what I'm doing. That's why it's not nearly as beefy as yours. I just hope to get something that can be processed.
Well, I put a good amount of nutrients into this grow, so and some pretty expensive soil and things of that sort. So it definitely needs to pay off.
So you gave it Foop, but what else? Yeah, what kind of CalMag? Foop CalMag?
No, it's just some brand CalMag. I don't know what brand it is. But that's it, other than the food.
3-4 weeks of flower. All right, James, okay.
Yeah.
Hit it with some CalMag, Michael. Yep. When all else fails, hit it with some CalMag. Give it some bone meal and blood meal. Ooh, nice. Ty says they look good though. The yellow is fine. Probably just the fade. Yeah, it's that time. Showing their color.
The brown spots are only on just a few, and that looks like bugs to me. It's not like rusty spots. It's chewed spots. Like holes. What do you think?
If you see brown spots with holes, that's probably a bug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see brown spots with no holes. I don't know. I definitely would be guessing.
But I see why he would want to think that though, because and he might be right.
Or at least you can't Can you overdo it?
With CalMag, yes.
Okay.
You can overdo it. You can give it too much, and it'll start acting real weird on you. It'll start to shrivel up just like, any other, or it'll lock it out completely, But I used to do that. I used to give it CalMag every watering when I very first started, because that's what everybody said, and
More CalMag.
yeah, that was, 10, 11 years ago, 12 years ago.
Biosoil, Michael? What do you mean biosoil?
That I heard that,
Right. Some girls just need more than others. Down to genetics. Yeah, true. They all do look very similar too, as far as coloring. Bottom or top of the plant, or the whole plant. What do you mean? Where do you
whole plant?
For where you CalMag? What does he mean?
I think he means, the spots,
Ah,
or the yellow leaves. The yellow leaves are everywhere. It's the whole plant. That's why I think it's more of a natural fade than anything.
At least it says Joe pushes the newts until the tips get just a little burnt, and then backs off.
That's a good strategy if it works for you.
Shouldn't have to give it so much CalMag. Yeah, especially if your newts have some in it.
Yeah.
Yellow to white striping. Okay. Ty has dropping some magnesium information.
Ah, okay.
Magnesium deficiency in plants can cause yellow to white striping between the veins of the lower leaves, which can sometimes develop into dead brown rot spots. Older leaves may turn reddish purple, and the tips and edges may become neurotic. I wasn't seeing any of that. Overabundance of nitrogen looks a lot like potassium deficiency in flower. A lot of things can make you second guess or be off or wrong about what your diagnosis is, just like in medicine. Magnesium is a mobile deficiency, meaning it travels through your whole plant. Okay. Symptoms at least. Right.
Where's Ed Rosenthal when you need him, right? Well, we got us a bunch of Eds and a bunch of Jorges and a bunch of other different experienced people to ask around here. That's for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just like medicine in the fact that get a second opinion on stuff. I listen to everyone's opinion,
Right.
and then just don't go jumping at whatever the first person you talk to about whatever it is that you got a problem with. Don't just do whatever it is they tell you because you're like, I don't want to think about it. I want to do whatever they say. You still have to figure because you know more variables about it than other people do. Just like SteveO knows that he's been giving them CalMag every week, so the chances are maybe less. Or to Ty's point, maybe the genetics just kind of need it. That could be a thing. But you could also ask other people that grew that strain, see what they think.
Yeah, it's true.
See if they had a lot of magnesium drainage or needing. It's not a mobile deficiency. Oh, okay. What would be a mobile deficiency, Colin? We have a discrepancy in the chat. I'm interested now. I see what Ty means by it affecting the whole plant, but wouldn't most diseases affect most of the plant? I guess maybe not all. Let's try them at top dress half through your plant. Wait. Oh. Half through flower stage. Top dress, yeah. Top dress, water in.
I top dress right before flower, only with some worm castings and a little bit of fertilizer. So it just might actually need a little fertilizer, but I give it the food though. So
Well,
yeah,
that's fertilizer right there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like some granules or something might be good for the for the soil, some active soil nudes.
Oh, so Cullen says deficiencies would either occur on the upper or lower, or just just a single branch. I'm trying to translate there. Ty says no. There are deficiencies that are not mobile and usually only appear toward the bottom of the plant, like calcium or for instance. Interesting. Hey, we got G-Lo coming in over on X.
What's up, Gilo? I used my phone stand today in order to film outside, so thank you once again, my friend, and thank you to a live stream community on X.
Live stream community on X. Cheers.
A live stream community.
Right. Well, we are getting close to the 2 hours. I guess we could shoot the shit for another little bit, but I guess the whole, it seems like some research needs to be done here. We've got a couple guys that are both very knowledgeable, and they have different thoughts on the way the magnesium works. So it could be a little bit of both. We'll have to look into it. Sorry, voice to text. Yeah, that's what I figured, Colin. This seems to either have an upper or lower. Okay, so Ty was kind of, you guys are on the same page on deficiencies. Okay, so where are we finding the issue here with magnesium? It says either happens an upper or lower, which you have there is an across the board deficiency, being either an NPK most likely. Okay, so that would be would that be a mobile deficiency?
You might not be able to see his comments if you're not on the same in the same place. Like if you're in Maccabee's live market instead of Indoor Farmer, and you guys are on different.
If you're not actually in the video and you're commenting outside the video, then yeah, other people won't see your comments. But I'm looking at my phone. They're both in there. Who was wondering?
Ty was
I
saying
see.
that he couldn't see Cullen's name.
Well, I'll put them on the screen because I got you. Hey Brenda, hello, just got home. Appreciate you popping in. We'll be on for a little bit longer here. Mobile deficiencies means it's mobile. It will travel to more than one spot of the plant through almost efficient. Okay, all right. Most start at the bottom. I see. We're getting down to it. I want to learn about lime into my grow. I hear it's really beneficial. Lime, huh? Well, I hear. Listen, you might disagree with me when I say this, SteveO. I don't know if you'll disagree, but what I've heard is you put the lime in the coconut.
Do you shake it?
Yeah, you shake it all up after that. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's getting late in the show. I guess I'll do one more dab in honor of the 10 minutes left of the show. I really wasn't going that long last. Whenever you're not here, I was like, I also didn't have a lot to show, but I did show off. I don't know if you saw this, SteveO, but I had cleaned off. I had so much stuff, electronics, grow lights, all this stuff on my table that I keep talking about making a living soil bed out of. So I had to clean all that off and find places for everything. And so now I need to clean it out. I want to give it a good wipe down with some kind of disinfectant, just because it's a pond liner and it's going to get dirty. But I want to just start with a clean slate. So that'll be another project coming soon here. See where. If anybody would like to come up for the last few minutes, speak now or forever hold your peace. We will be just having a relaxed late night cap. Nightcap, SteveO. The nightcap for the, just relaxation time after show, after work. Kick your feet up and eat some popcorn, check out a movie. Well, do you guys watch any TV or anything after? What do you guys do? You're muted, my guy.
I was coughing. Like when I'm done, I'll go in there. We'll listen to music for a while, typically, and talk and stuff, and jam out. And then we'll watch some sitcoms with the lights off, and then fall asleep. It's usually like something like Young Sheldon or Reba, or just silly shows like that. That you can just sit there and laugh at or whatever. Nothing that you got to pay attention to, stuff you've seen 100 times. That 70s show, we'll play that because we've seen it a million times, and then we'll fall asleep to it.
Where's Kelso?
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's still one of my best reels ever, is when I did that.
Yeah.
Just happened to be with the wrong people.
Street Beefs. I've seen Street Beefs. That's on my phone.
Street Beefs. Street Beef. You know what, Ty? That seems like something that you'd know about. Would you watch the bum fights too? They like
yeah,
people to fight each other. Oh man, yeah. Street Beef sounds like a offshoot of bum fights, but
it is pretty much.
What was I gonna say? The lights off and watching something that you can fall asleep to. Man, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I just love to have that pre-sleep nap on the couch. You take a nap on the couch just so that you can wake up and go to sleep.
Right.
I kill me. Well, does anybody want the link? No link. Big Bang Theory for no thinking. Okay, yep. Or something universe and some dense place. Something nerds and some blonde girl next door. Look, a lot of sitcoms try to recreate the magic of things like Seinfeld or Friends. Friends was after Seinfeld, right? Friends really it became its own thing, but really, let's be honest, it was just doing the same thing Seinfeld did. It's like, let's just make it about friends instead of random people like Seinfeld was.
Yeah.
Friends, but same difference. All right.
Cheers.
7 minutes to go. Cheers, everybody.
Oh yeah.
If you sleep on the couch first, you'll be in too much pain, Ty. Yeah, sometimes I get like a headache at that time if I fall asleep on the couch. Cheers, everybody. Happy Monday evening.
Cheers. Wow, that's a good rip. Yeah, buddy.
That's an indica I have that I haven't been really smoking that much because I didn't want it to make me tired, but it's late time. It's nighttime.
Yeah. I get the dabby ons. After I've been dabbing for a while, I start to just yawn. And it's not like a tired yawn, it's like a need oxygen yawn, you know?
All right, I'm trying to figure out what Ty's saying here. It said Street Beefs was about talking or taking G, who would normally shoot each other, gangs, off the street and dealing with their problems in a boxing ring. Oh.
Gangsters. That's probably who he.
Yeah. Lack of oxygen causes yawns.
Yeah. I said it. Now I yawned.
Now me, I'm doing breathing exercises over here. And if you lift your arms above your head, you actually get more air faster into your lungs.
That's what Coach always said.
Yeah, and I never put it together until years later, like finding out that your lungs have 4, openings, and the top 2 are kind of like closed down all the time as your body's the weight of it and everything. You open your arms up, lift your arms up, helps you breathe. Oh, cheers, Brad. Chambers. Good call. Good call.
Chambers.
I was going to say ventricles, but I don't know if that's true. All right. That is it for me. Another wonderful, inspiring Monday night.
Yeah, good show.
Tomorrow on the Indoor Farmer Reviews, we'll be showing off the end of the year party at the North Adams Hemp Farm.
Nice.
With the photo shoot, and storm rolled in. We also got a bunch of good footage out on the lake on a boat, and found a double rainbow. Found a single rainbow, and it kept growing and growing until it was a full rainbow. And then it grew a second rainbow. I was like, is there going to be a third rainbow?
Ooh, that'd have been neat.
Well, that'd be pretty unique.
Love the rainbow, said Elisa. Ty says, I might see you there, Waylon. I got the invitation as well. Do you get to
That
stay
was this weekend.
for the afterwards show with the models? You already missed it?
You missed it, Ty.
You missed it already, buddy. It was already over.
And also the after show didn't really the after party, I guess, still happened, but I didn't go to it because it was, I think, just cold. So not a lot of people stayed for the after party this year, fortunately. But yeah, it was a good time. The models were there doing their model thing. Lift Cliff, what's up? Cliff, you're just making the end of the show here, but I feel free to go back and check out the rest of the show and follow Sir SteveO and myself. I think you might be already. I've seen you around a couple times.
What's up, Lit? Ty says, yeah, I know. It's over again. That came out wrong from speech to text. Did you go? I didn't catch that.
I did go.
Yeah.
That's what tomorrow's show is going to be about. I'm going to show off what the footage that I got. A couple of drone videos that I got from Philip. He did some drone work. It's gonna be good.
Stoned or something.
He's just talking to us while his TV's probably loud right next to him.
Yeah.
He's like yelling. I can just imagine him yelling at the phone.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, it's been a great one, guys. Thank you very much. If you haven't yet hit the like button, please do so. Go check us out on locals, indoorfarmer.locals.com and certifiedarmy.locals.com. Nice, please tag me. I want to watch. Oh yeah, tomorrow night, 8:30 Central Time will be the Indoor Farmer Review. Jeremy, thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, appreciate you. If you haven't hit the buttons, do the buttons. Go check us out on Rumble and X and everywhere else. It's been great. Remember, SteveO, you got anything you want to promote? Anything?
Well, yeah, sure. Wednesday, I have Peace News and Views and my IWK 710 daily session. And Thursday, I also have my Grow Fam show.
Ding, ding, ding. yeah,
They
make
name-
sure all through the week we have reasons to come back and watch. So come on back, check us out. Remember why we're here. SteveO, you want to say it?
I'm not sure what you want me to say.
Every person on the planet has to eat. Peace out. everybody.
And eat,
Wait, what were you about to say?
and eat your vegetables.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I like the carnivore diet, so I'm gonna say anyway. Every person on the planet has to eat. Good night.